Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess. You got to hit record and then clap.
Yeah, but you have to clap and then be quiet.
Do you put the clap in the podcast?
I have because I forget to cut it out.
I think every podcast should start with a clap.
It does. Well, like I said, yeah, it does. Because I forget to cut it out.
Mm-hmm. I've had relationships end because of the clap. You see what I
recently?
did? No.
Recently?
No.
Yeah.
I'm clean as a whistle now.
Oh.
Yeah, no VD in me.
I haven't tested in years.
You're probably fine.
I think so.
Yeah. Just wing it.
Yeah, it's just an aggressive UTI.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about those. They're like the Huns, those UTIs.
The Huns?
Yeah.
Like a pack of women?
Barbarians.
The Huns?
The Huns.
Who are they?
They're barbarians, I think.
Like, I imagine just a bunch of, like, middle-aged women with, like, really, like, I was thinking, like, Kate.
Oh, like Hun, like...
Like a bunch of Huns.
Yeah, like Hun, like short for honey. Oh,
yeah,
honey.
Like a bunch of, like, MLM.
No. No, these were murderers.
Oh.
But I guess they were trying to do...
Are you shopping? Are you doing...
No.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm done. Can't look at my phone. Can't
wait,
have
hold
fun.
on. Okay, hold on. How do I...
I've been gone for a while.
Okay.
Do you want me just to scoot over a little bit?
Yeah, that would be easier.
Yeah.
There we go.
I have to be closer to you.
Yeah, because last time... Yeah, that's better. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Hello.
Back.
Hey,
I'm back.
welcome to the podcast with that girl who sings everything.
I'm back.
Hello.
Yeah.
Why are you saying you're back?
I'm back I came back from Chicago 2 days ago.
We're back.
We're back.
We're both back.
Yeah, you were in fucking Renton or something.
I was nowhere, but this is the next podcast, so we're both back.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, this is not just you.
I'm not trying to
like,
flex.
You're just like, oh, I'm back. Everyone relax. Okay. Like, calm down. Sam's back. Ooh.
Yeah,
It's just been me.
Listen,
Like,
don't do this.
oh,
thing
I'm going. You know that I am riled up.
You
know
are
that
fired
I am, and you brought me a lemonade refresher.
Yeah, which was like a really nice thing. So
I know,
don't
but
fold
I'm
me into any of
saying-
your bullshit.
I'm saying, it's too late. All right, too late.
Yeah. Comedy World's not treating you fantastic.
It's fine.
It's
No, the comedy world is fine.
It's not though.
I hate it.
I know.
I hate everything about it.
I know.
I love doing comedy. I hate doing comedy.
It's
I
terrible.
hate working for comedy.
That's the deal. That's what it is.
Well, it's also my ADHD too. Like, and my, like, I'm like, oh, I love it. And I'm going to dive in and open a comedy club. And then, like,
Oh my God. The way you said that, you were like, I have ADHD. I'm going to open a comedy club. And then you're doing it. And then it's like, oh my God.
yeah. And then it's like, fuck. Oh, I'm so bored.
I want to open another comedy club.
This was such a dumb idea. Like, why did we do this? Who let us open a fucking comedy club?
I thought it was a great idea.
I know. A couple
I
people
think
did.
that's because subconsciously I was like, I'll get to perform there whenever I want.
No, you said that out loud.
Well,
That was the reason that you were excited, because you could perform there whenever you want. There was nothing subconscious about it.
I like to think that it was also subconscious.
It was.
Some things are both.
I guess.
Some things are conscious and subconscious.
I think if you're saying it out loud, then it had to have been subconscious.
Maybe I'm just really in touch with my subconscious. I don't really know what subconscious is.
It's the bad voice.
Oh, no.
Well, it can be good too, but it's that one that's like, oh, well.
Maybe it's the honest voice.
My sister, actually, Shitty and I were just talking.
Oh yeah, Shitty Britches.
Yeah. We were.
Jess's sister, Shitty Britches. If you missed that episode, Jess has a sister called Shitty Britches. So.
Yes. Shitty Britches.
Shitty for short.
Shitty for short.
Should he call her Britches for short instead of Shitty?
Britches?
Yeah, because you called her Shitty Britches, right?
Yeah, but no.
I didn't mean how those two.
You call people by their last name?
That nickname has
calls
4
you
syllables.
No, this is Miller.
You call her Shitches.
Shitty.
Yeah, Shitty. Okay, you were talking to Shitty. Sorry.
And yeah, we I we were just talking, and she was like, oh, she asked me how I was doing. I'm like, oh, I'm doing good, but same old brain. And and she was like, oh, can I tell you something that like my therapist is telling me? And
Shitty Britches has a therapist?
I know, first of all.
That's rad.
And then I was like, you have insurance? That's crazy. Yay. But like she said if you give your subconscious a name, like then like, so I am riddled with anxiety and always like,
I'm aware.
Right. Like those constant like voices of like, you're fucking terrible and you're awful.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, so if you give that a name, like, so she said, or like I call him Steven.
Yeah.
And so when you start to feel those, or you start to hear those voices, which sound a lot like me, by the way.
Yeah.
Then you can be like, oh, that's just Steven. Oh, that's just Steve.
Yeah.
Like,
it lets you identify it.
Right. Instead of being like, oh my God, like instead of me, and like there's something wrong with my, So.
I am
Shitty Britches.
I am just fascinated by Shitty Britches and her relationship with this therapist. Like, I hope she walks into the office and the therapist introduces herself. She's like, oh yeah, my name's Megan, and goes, yeah, my name's Shitty Britches, and Megan's like, I think we're gonna dive into that real quick.
Let's figure out what that's about.
Yeah, she doesn't call herself Shitty Britches, does she?
No, because she just calls herself Shitty.
Oh, okay. yeah. Why say the whole thing?
She doesn't full name herself.
That's smart though, by the way. Your idea, or not, I know it's not, you didn't come up with that, but like the
Shitty's idea.
Yeah, Shitty's idea about like naming.
Yeah, and like instead of, well, and it kind of takes the shame away too, because you're like, oh, okay, it's not me.
I would use it as an alibi in court, like if I murdered a bunch of people, and then I'd be like, oh, that was Roger.
I think that's a different disorder. I think now we're tipping
it's
into
anxiety
like,
too.
Now we're tipping into like.
I was so anxious because there were all these people around.
They were like, oh, well, Steve told me to do it. Steven kept telling me. Kept telling me I had to do it.
Yeah. Roger's the murderer. Lock up Roger.
Like who?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So yeah, good for Shitty being in therapy.
That's dope.
Yeah.
How about you? Are you doing it?
In therapy?
Yeah.
No.
I thought you were going to do it.
Well, yeah, it's on the to-do list.
What's it under?
Everything else.
Opening another comedy club.
It's right
checking
under
with Shitty Britches.
My dentist appointment.
Dude, if Shitty Britches has a therapist,
I know that's not like I felt
kind
of
therapy,
embarrassed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a flex. Maybe that is a
people who
sign.
Zanae, Zanae runs
loves Zanae.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
We should get Zanae in here.
I don't know if she
or Steven.
Well, yeah, I know. But we have to actually plan because Steve has kids.
Who cares?
I know.
We should, yeah.
Yeah, like
Zanae has no kids, but I don't think she's capable of being in Duplantis.
Right, like I don't even like. Does she? I feel like she'd have to get a flight or something.
I don't know
like,
what she does.
But
I think she has a plan.
But no, like literally, like she was asking about ticket sales because we just switched over our website to a different company, and she sent us a graph.
Yeah. Yeah, she's about her business.
A fucking
yeah.
I was like, did you create a graph?
Yeah.
Is that a fucking graph?
Yeah, she's about her business.
I was just like, how do I still like Dana and I were both just like, how do we still have jobs?
Yeah.
Like, how do we still? I don't understand.
Some of that stuff, it helps. I think some people like think visually.
Yeah.
And you wind up gaining certain skills. I talked to Brittany. I did a bunch of social media stuff this morning. Basically, like I'm posting, I was on Bob and Tom last week, and last time they chopped up the videos and captioned them and stuff like that. This time they just gave me raw video. Mm-hmm. And like I already sent it to my caption guy, Tom, and they're not Tom from the show, different Tom. That'd be weird if Tom was captioning videos.
It'd be smart, actually.
Famous radio guy. But I'm so dialed in with social media stuff. And it's funny because I love interacting with the social media guys from the Bob and Tom show, because I know what they're doing. They know what I'm doing. And we're both like, we both have a general understanding of these algorithms and like how to do this and like how to make engaging like content and shit like that, you know? Mm-hmm. And that wasn't something that I tried to do. I didn't start doing comedy and be like, oh, I'm going to be great at social media.
Right.
But like, that's what happens. And so like, what I'm saying is that you and Dane, like, you had a lot to learn right out the gate about like you have a basic understanding of comedy, and so does Dane. But in Dane, I'm sure he has that business experience too. And I know you've worked in service, like restaurant stuff before. But you learn so fast. Same thing with the podcast, you know, like not having Trey or Isis, you know, and it's like you're thrown into this shit. Right. And every time I come over here, it's better.
Push and play.
Yeah. Push and play.
You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is just press a button. It's so easy.
Well, if we weren't doing video, it'd be so easy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
But you gotta do video anymore. And by the way, the reels that you send me are fantastic too.
Yes.
So
thanks.
You know, they're really good.
Yeah. So. I try really hard. I mean, I try really hard, and we've talked about it. Just learning and like trying to.
And we were talking about stuff before the podcast, and I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before, but it's something that I think I've talked to you about off air. But that in comedy, like when I was getting going, right, and something, I would get slighted, or I felt embarrassed, or I felt like I got passed over for an opportunity, or maybe like wasn't recognized, or things like that. It hurt me. It hurt me a lot.
Yeah.
And so when that stuff is happening to you, and it's going to continue to happen, and it's happened in the past, it'll continue to happen. When you tell me about that stuff, I'm like, ouch. Like, I know that hurts, right? Older headliners and other people in the comedy industry, they used to say, you got to get a thick skin. You got to get thick skin. You got to get a thick skin. And they tell me that, and I'm like, yeah, that'd be awesome. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. Like, I can't think myself into having like this thick skin, right? And also, I think that having a thick skin, like when you block out the bad, all the bad, or what you perceive to be bad, you're also not going to take in a lot of the good too, right? So you got to walk that line, you know, and that's what it's like. I think that's how the only way to become like a really great artist is to accept the business side of things. But what's wild now, where I'm at now, is that because I've faced so much of these like doors shutting in my face, and I got it better than a lot of people because I'm funny. You know, there's a lot of people that do this shit and they're not funny, and it's just door after door after door shutting in their face. But now when someone says something mean online, when I don't get an email back, you know, it gets easier.
Yeah.
You know, it does. Like, I have gotten a thick skin, not because I wanted to get a thick skin, but because I didn't have a choice. And like, that's what my experiences in comedy have taught me, you know, is that anytime you focus, I thought that's the cat that doesn't like people.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
This is wild. Can I pet her? Is she going to bite me?
No, she's not going to bite you. This is Muffin. Hi, baby.
She's got like kind of like a fat spot on her tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
hi, Muffin. Do you know what I'm saying though?
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I know when I first started, like everyone would be like, oh, you know, oh, you just haven't been doing comedy long enough. You'll get there. You'll be jaded. And it's like, whoa, don't wish that on me.
No.
Or you'll find out, like, whatever. But
also, a lot of the folks, like, you know, another thing I think you learn too is to stop listening to a lot of the people. And it's not a thing where I think they're dumb or mean, or even that they have like a lot of these folks that are in this industry, like, they don't know what, like, nobody knows what they're talking about, you know?
Yeah, but when you're new, you don't know that.
I know. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I still
and that's
have
the thing
friends,
that I know now.
Right. Like, I have friends who, like, now as the position that I'm in, who will talk about other people that I know at a they're like, oh, well, so and so, and they'll kind of like, they're idolizing them, and I'm like,
Yeah. I know, it's so wild.
but I can't, I can't say anything because I'm like, well, but yeah, because I don't want to be that person to be like, oh, well, you'll find out, you'll learn, because I'm like, it's not my lesson to teach.
I like thinking about people talking to you about me, and they're like, oh, it must be cool to learn so much from Sam, and all you can think about is that fart in Rockport.
No, learn so much from Sam. Look at Muffin, wanting to be a star.
Dude, people are this is gonna be our most popular. I'm looking at the camera, and I think Muffin's looking at the camera, and this is a vibe. So, yeah.
That's adorable.
But yeah, horrible flight 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I try to fly in the exit rows because I'm so big because I can't fit on an airplane.
At least your pilots didn't
I
get
heard
into an
about
argument
that. And one of them tried to crash
murder.
the plane.
My coworker.
I do that with my kids in the back of the car, though.
Just turn the car off.
No. I'll just, because you know how like some parents are like, I'll turn this car around. I'm like, I'll take this thing off a fucking bridge.
I swear to God, girls. Or if we
kid murder.
If we drive by water, and like I'll just let those intrusive thoughts, and I'm like, oh my God, you guys, I might run us in the river. Yeah. Oh God, you guys, oh no. Okay, we're fine.
Be like, anybody thirsty?
We're fine. We're okay. Yeah. They didn't win this time, girl.
Old Casey Anthony.
Oh gosh.
Yikes.
No, who was the one who drove?
Casey Anthony, I thought, right?
No, that was
something else.
Casey, they buried her, and like that was the one, and she went out and partied. But the mom who drove our kids into the ocean,
Lorena Bobbitt. She was the one who cut the pecker.
That was the
off.
wiener.
The wiener.
Yeah, which was like at the time everyone
that was
like,
such a huge story.
It was like a joke.
I know, it's so messed up.
Yeah, but now come to find out, like he was like it was like really fucked up situation.
Yeah.
And like there was she didn't just like go all willy nilly.
Yeah.
And chop his wiener off. Like
I thought she was maybe like a knife juggler, and they were working on a new act.
A little stunt that went wrong.
Yeah. See, I'm still making jokes about it.
Can you imagine? But I remember. Yeah, me too. Like I remember being a kid and being like, God, I wish I was on that search party.
Yeah.
Like I want to like. Can you imagine being asked to go find a wiener?
Look how proud.
Yeah, that's
your cat looks.
What a prestigious lady.
She's so soft.
She's just waiting to go outside.
Yeah. And so I'm in the exit row, and
okay,
I'm like, sweet.
Sorry, get back to.
That's okay. No. I love that we're flowing like we are.
Oh yeah, I can tell.
I think this is a good episode. The problem is that other tall people have the same idea.
Right.
And I sat next to a dude who had to have been 6'8", and he wasn't fat. But he was like wide in a not a fat way, but in a like your shoulders are too far apart way.
Like a basketball player?
Yeah. Okay. Just a large dude, skinny but large. And because I'm in the window seat, and I'm butting up against the side of the plane because the plane has the curve, because it's a cylinder.
Yeah.
And the cylinder is pushing. So I'm probably like 5 degrees off center because my shoulder doesn't fit. So I'm already leaning towards the middle. He's got no place to go. I got no place to go. Right. And so what he started to do, like we're there and like literally I'm like, hey, listen, man, this sucks. Like, I don't care if your shoulder's touching me or whatever. Like, we're good, dude. Like, we're stuck in this.
He's like, I do.
Yeah. And I think he did, but also, like, I think he was just uncomfortable because I'm, like, pushing him over when he tries to lean back. So what he would do is he's, like, leaning forward, which is easier for him because he's skinny. Yeah. So he would lean forward and he's on his phone or whatever. And then he would lean back and be up against my shoulder. And then I started leaning forward.
Yeah.
And basically, like, that's what the flight was, is that we both couldn't lean back in our chairs at the same time. And it was just like almost 4 hours of that. And it's just terrible. It's just a terrible flight. Yeah. But overall, the whole tour was good. There wasn't, like, the only rough show was the first show, and that's just because I was in my head about some stuff, and I wasn't used to being mic'd up. Josh was,
Oh.
filming the first, and that was very challenging for me.
Yeah.
I was very resentful at times. I wanted to be by myself at times. Like I'm kind of like a baby. I have like a rhythm,
Yeah.
I'm used to traveling with you or Brittany or my mom, but like I don't really bring other people on the road with me, Like it was hard. And the other thing too is I was under the impression, like when we got ready to do this project, he's like, I'm going to come on the road with you, and I just want you to kind of do what you do.
Right.
And like I'll film it. And so I'm like, cool, do what I do, film it. But then I'm like, okay, we got to stop and put batteries. I got to like tape this thing to my chest. I got to like, so it's not me
Let's
doing.
redo that shot. Actually, this is really good. Let's do that again because the lighting was wrong.
Dude, that shit. So like I would do
It
something.
sounds amazing.
I would do something and he'd be like, hey, could you do that again? And I'm like,
but I thought this was
did it.
Haven't you ever watched The Hills? Come on.
Yeah.
This is scripted reality.
It was wild. It was wild. But after about 2 or 3 days, like we kind of fell into a rhythm, and then he got really pumped because I would talk to him and be like, hey man, this is something you might want to get. And like his eyes like lit up. He's like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Like I think he's understanding it. And we had the car rigged up to film. So there was like a camera on the suction cup to the windshield and stuff.
That's crazy.
It was really cool and really neat. And I think we're making something really good. Yeah, but it was, like, I don't know. I don't want to be like Mr. Jaded, like, oh, like the thrill is gone. Mm-hmm. But there was like, I think that you would have had a lot more fun with it than I did. And I think, honestly, after the first day, I think you would have been like, this is a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like, it's not like, because for it to be good, I feel like I have to be, like, very genuine. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was trying to do. He captured a pretty amazing moment that, like, I don't mind. I don't think it matters if I talk about it. But I was on Bob and Tom Tuesday morning in Indianapolis. And whenever you do, like, a big spot like that, you get a lot of like a deluge of correspondence. Yeah, of like messages and stuff like that. And I got it. So he's like trying to film me, right? We're in the car, we're driving around Indianapolis. I feel like this is like, it's kind of repetitive. Like he's already asked me these questions, but I'm like trying to be insightful and engaging. And eventually he's like, hey, I got to pee. So we stopped downtown and Josh got out to go pee or whatever. And I sat there on my phone, and then like he's back in, and I'm looking at this message that I got, and I was like, Josh, like turn on the camera. I want to do this. And then I got a message from a fan who said that she had 10 months sober, and that my comedy was helping her stay sober, and that she's decided after 23 years to go back to school like I did.
Ooh.
And it was just that perfect moment of like already been like a heavy day.
Right.
And then that was like the thing that like broke me. And like Josh, I was like, at first I was like, man, I don't want to fucking cry in front of Josh while we're doing this goddamn documentary. No, I don't like to cry in front of people. I do it because
you can't help it.
I can't help it.
Right. Yeah, nobody likes to cry in front of people. It's just a reaction.
Yeah, and by the way, every time you shame me for crying,
go ahead, tell me about it. Everyone's gonna come after me for being skinny.
That looks bad.
I know.
On you.
Guess what? Guess who didn't come after me?
Who?
Anyone.
I know. Nobody
cares. So bring it. Yeah. Nobody.
But yeah, he captured that moment, and there was this thing that I talked about that I think I've been thinking about it for a while, but I've never actually said it. Is it like essentially like I did not start doing stand-up comedy to like help anybody.
Right.
Like I did it for very selfish reasons.
Yeah.
That I want to be in front of people and I want to get that laughter because it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
But the idea that I'm helping people stay
while
sober
doing that at the same time, right?
Rules.
Yeah.
It rules.
Yeah.
Like I mean all the way rules. Like probably rules. Like if that's like some secondhand effect of like some selfish motivations I had, that rules. And those messages rule. And I get like a lot of them, you know, I get like a lot of messages of people that are like, yo, like I'm in recovery. It started, man. I remember there was that guy, I think I told you about it. He's coming to my show in Macon, Georgia. I'm going to Macon, Georgia in January. And he was like, dude, he's like, I work concrete and, I got sober with this girl. We had a couple kids. She relapsed. I'm a single dad. She's in prison. I'm not. And
I'm not.
Yeah. And
not yet.
That my comedy like makes him feel good.
Yeah.
And like I said, like that.
I mean, that's my market.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It rules. Yeah, it rules.
Yeah.
So,
that's awesome.
yeah. And he captured that moment. And I think that I think it's gonna make the documentary better because I was willing to let him in for that part. In fact, I told him, I was like, dude, start the cameras. Like, I'm about to cry, dude. You got to get this. I'm going to blow.
We need Andy and a camera.
Yeah. It's like a porn, but you just stop filming right before
I think this is the good
people
part.
come. That was a weird analogy.
It got gross.
It's too early.
I was thinking the Bad Girls Club, but.
What's that?
Bad Girls, welcome to the Bad Girls Club.
Oh, I thought that was a porn. That'd be a good porn.
It's the Bad Girls Club, where
I like porn with bad girls.
They put a bunch of rowdy women into a house and then give them an unlimited amount of booze, and then all they do is just beat each other up.
Oh shit! I think I've seen TikToks of that.
It's insane. Like I used to watch it. I used to watch it so much. Like now, if I see like I think that there is like a new series or something that's out, so it has been on TikTok, but. Yeah, they would just beat the hell out of each other all the time.
Yeah, that rules.
I don't know why did we say that? Why did I say that?
Oh, because I was talking about bad girls.
Oh, weird. Oh, because it was talking about getting Andy and a camera. That's why. Because they would be like, you know, they'd all be sleeping, and then somebody would wake up mid fight and they'd be like, oh God, we need a camera. We got to get this.
We're taping this. It's the 24th right now. And you're going to get interviewed
of October
tomorrow.
Thursday.
Today
is Tuesday.
Yeah. So I guess, it's a couple days. And Josh he's up in Seattle filming right now stuff, I think.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah. And then we're getting ready. By the time you'll have heard this, we'll have done the album will be out. The special's out on Amazon and I think it's doing well.
Yeah.
It seems like people are into it. I'm getting nice messages from a lot of folks.
Dean said that he watched it. He had it on at the bar.
Yeah,
I think
that's rad,
and that it was great.
Yeah,
so that's good. You know, I told Shitty, I'm like, I'm gonna be. I might be in a documentary. Things are you know, things are turning around for your sister here.
Yeah.
So
you're doing great. We talked.
No, it's fucking awesome. Being serious.
There's stuff. I know, but I'm just saying, like, you don't have anything to like.
I'm so happy to be a part of.
You are. There's a saying in basketball. Like, I love basketball.
Do too.
Yeah.
It's my favorite movie.
I can't remember the saying, but basically, like, occasionally when someone, like, basically you're ahead of schedule, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to be, you know, comedians gradually progress, and the comedy business, you gradually progress in, like, what, like a year and a half, 2 years now? Like, where are you at?
Yeah.
So, you
2
know.
years. 100%. Like, I'm and that's the thing. Like, I give myself shit and like, I'm being facetious, but like, no, the reality is, like, I'm so fucking excited just to be a part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, are you kidding?
No, you're in the room.
Like, exactly. Like, and like that blows my mind. Like, if you are going to talk about comedy in this community, my name will come up
eventually.
Like, at some point.
Yeah.
You didn't have to fucking say eventually. Like, everyone knows it's eventually.
It has to be a very long conversation.
Like,
if you have a 5-minute conversation
probably
about
not.
comedy.
I mean, if you're talking local comedy.
And clip that. That was a good clip.
No.
Remember the timestamp.
Trey, write this
I got
down.
her so good.
Trey.
I haven't talked to Trey in a
I
while.
miss Trey.
Me too.
Fucking push and play. This shit is so hard. I swear to God, I was up until 1 a.m. last night. I had 48% of the podcast uploaded, and my fucking cat did what it just did.
Oh no!
And walked on it.
Oh God!
And like I was like, "Are you shitting me?" Back to 0.
Oh my God!
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Happy thing that I'm looking forward to is you and me are going to Camino Island on Sunday.
Oh yeah, I keep for yes.
I will I'll pick you up.
Okay.
And let's leave earlier if you can. And
that's a clean show.
Is it?
I think she said cleanish.
Oh, okay.
Like
whatever.
they're like I feel like it's just us. Yeah, like our stuff.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Well, I'll be fine.
Yeah,
Good luck, Jess.
I push the envelope a little bit.
Yeah, you don't push it that much. Seems like
that'll be fun.
But yeah, we'll get to eat some food and chill out, and there won't be anybody filming. And yeah, I know you're bummed. He's leaving.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe there's a chance that when Josh comes over on Thursday, like maybe
here.
Yeah, maybe I'm hanging out outside while he's interviewing you, and then maybe he could film us doing the podcast on Thursday, because we should probably get another one in the bank anyway. So we could film 2 this week or 2 next week.
Okay.
So we'll figure it out.
I could just take off Thursday.
Yeah. But talking about our schedule for the podcast
it's
probably
really
isn't
exciting.
good podcasting.
People need to know.
Yeah. We try to keep one episode in the bank, so that basically, like, if something happens, like I'm going to Texas. So on Thursday of next week. So
sweet.
Yeah, Texas and the Comedy Store
in LA. Dang. If I had one of those, yay.
That button does nothing.
Damn it.
It's all right. You don't
I need to
get
that. I need to figure that out.
Yeah, and doing 2 shows in San Diego as well.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm scared, but I'm mostly excited. So
they're making a documentary about you. Who cares?
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
Does that make it easier to die?
What?
That there's that someo's making a documentary.
I don't know. It's pretty easy to die as it is.
I would feel like it would be easier
with my life habits.
Like just a sigh of relief. Like nobody, like nobody's like that's fucking, like I feel like you've made it. And then it's also the end. It's also the end.
So to have my career like still advancing and like this momentum is a strange feeling. Because what's happening right now, like I feel like I do a lot, but I feel like a lot of what's happening is stuff that's like happening to me. Like where a lot of times now it's like people reaching out to me, there's people that I reached out to like years ago that are now getting back to me, and it's cool and it feels good. That was the longest pause.
Wait,
because that's what you're asking me, right? That's what you're asking me, right? Wait, what are you asking me?
Do you feel like it's okay? Do you feel like you could die now?
Well, yeah, I always feel like I could die.
I'm saying
like nobody can stop me from dying. That's like the last right I have.
I feel like it. Like I would be more comfortable dying if I knew that there's a documentary about me.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, my funeral is going to be lit if I
right. That's
die.
what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, lucky.
I don't know.
You're so lucky.
It's not. You'd be surprised. Like honestly, like for every like, I feel like I have a lot of experiences now. Like we were talking about earlier with like the thicker skin.
Yeah.
Like there is like a byproduct of that where I don't get as excited about things as I used to.
Yeah.
Like the Comedy Store thing, like I was like tripping out. The documentary thing, what's weird is it like I worked so hard on getting this documentary like done, like working with Josh and like and talking to Dan, because Dan from Stand Up Records, he's also coming into town.
Nice.
So he'll be at the record release thing. I got to talk to him today. But yeah, like there's like a bit of diminishing returns. But I'll say this too, that when I came home, like there's certain things that I get to love more than I used to.
Yeah.
Like coming home. Like that rules now. Like being gone for that long and coming home. And then also there was this other beautiful thing that happened on this run, because Josh didn't stay with me the last 2 days. Like he didn't come to Monticello. I did this show at Three Ravens in Monticello for this dude, Sean. And they have like a small bar in a small town, very small town in rural Illinois. And next to the bar, they have this event venue, and they put on comedy shows. And I had such a good time there. They got me an Airbnb that was like, I don't know, like 150 yards from the venue.
Nice. I love that.
And I'm just like, I don't know. It was just a vibe. Like, and
that's awesome.
It was hard because on Friday, the special was released. And so like, I have
you
work
have a
to
fucking
do.
special.
I have shit to do, which means that part is fun. But you know what sucks is I have no idea like how many people are watching it. I think I'm doing well promoting it, but like you don't know.
Oh yeah. How can you keep
Well,
track?
You
just have to
know,
email them and be like, how am I doing?
I will, because all this stuff is through the label, and the label has a distro, like a video distribution people.
Yeah.
And so like it'll get to me, but it's like third hand. Right. And
you just have to wait.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm working, like basically I'm driving from Chicago to Monticello, which is about 2.5 hours. And I'm driving through the corn, and every like 45 minutes, I'm just like pulling off the road and then working for an hour on my phone. Just like, all right, this is me responding to this comment. This is the new link I got. I'm talking with Dan from the label. I'm talking with, and then like I'm doing this, like I'm working so hard, I'm driving. And then all of a sudden I'm in this town, and there's like this huge grain elevator and like this water tower. And I go into the bar and I meet Beth, who is running stuff, because Brandon, who booked me, is actually deployed right now.
What? Look at you, Brandon.
Yeah, he's doing great. He works, I think he's National Guard guy. He's in Kuwait. And so like I'm doing these shows, and like I get there and they're like, hey, like food, like get a meal, And I was like, a lot of small towns, like I'm not trying to be a hater. People are like, oh yeah, we got good food at this place. And then you have it and you're like, it's okay. But they were like, yeah, we got great burgers here. And I was like, oh, what do you recommend? He's like, have the garlic bacon burger.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'm hungry.
Was it like that white supremacist pizza?
In Idaho? God. No, it was great. It was great. Yeah. By the way, just so you know what, I don't know if we've ever talked about it.
We talked about it. Hold on. Can we go back to Brandon fucking producing shows while deployed?
Yeah. Let me make sure that I get his, I got to make sure that I do him justice, because I want to make sure that I know. I
like think you perspective. You need to I'm like, oh, I'm complaining. But then
his name's Brandon Taylor.
I could be sending emails from Kuwait.
Brandon Taylor, and his wife is named Beth, and they both run this restaurant and this concert venue together in Monticello, Illinois. And they're doing a great job, and they treated me so well.
And their garlic burger.
The food is fantastic. I had the wings the next night. It was great.
And he would tell you.
Yeah, if you're ever in Monticello, Illinois, and I know that's a long shot until our listener base gets, but seriously, go to Monticello, Illinois. Go to Three Ravens Bar and Grill, or Food and Spirits. I don't remember the little thing.
Okay, you're getting rude now.
I know, but it's Three Ravens. Go there.
When you start being nice, and then you're like, I don't know, whatever. I don't check their website. Their website is shit.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I know, it's amazing. Yeah, but also if you are in Idaho, in Coeur d'Alene, do not go to that pizza place.
Oh, but their karaoke was so good.
Oh my God,
the live karaoke.
Oh God, me and Jess.
It was so good.
Yeah, me and Jess, we went on the road together to, we were in Coeur d'Alene or whatever. Oh man, that show, that was all bad. It was great.
It was all good.
Yeah.
That's comedy, baby.
Yeah.
We had, so I am we're just throwing shit at the wall at the bar. Tomorrow, we are doing a movie night.
Troll 2, I saw.
Yeah, we're doing
let's go.
Me, Heath, and Chandler are going to be mic'd up, and we're just going to. I feel like it's probably just going to be the four of us just watching a movie with mics in our hand. But we'll see.
Is the bar doing okay?
Yeah, I mean, we're doing fine. Like,
that's great.
Yeah, but I think
the fact that the bar is doing okay and you're at this juncture is dope, because it's hard to have a business and do stuff.
Yeah. We've been really lucky, and like we had the teacher show this weekend, and we had Jimmy Shin on Friday, and
he messaged me. It's funny, I'm on Jimmy Shin's radar.
Yeah.
That dude is prolific, man.
Yeah.
Like he does shows everywhere and puts a lot of people on.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. Who wound up with being on how many comics did he have with him on the show?
It was Tommy, Rich, which I need to message him and apologize, because he asked me to help with the joke, and then I said that I would, and then I totally forgot.
You have other stuff to do.
No, I literally forgot, because I did want to, because I'm like, I know that you can get eaten alive on Capitol Hill. So it's better safe than sorry.
Yeah, was he talking about what he thought about stuff?
Well, I don't know, because I forgot to call him.
He's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, like we are gonna just start doing. We're putting together a Family Feud night.
Sick.
But it's gonna be like a comedy feud.
Nice.
And I'm gonna do a.
You should go ahead.
Like a tough crowd.
Yeah.
Where like four comedians, and then we'll just do like topics and.
I would love to see the guys. What's the name of that crew with Ricky Armani and and Reese and Jamal Banyan?
Parlor
Tricks versus like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Comedy feud.
Yeah.
Oh, who else?
Sick.
Oh, the Open Mic Collective versus.
That'd be awesome.
We would do like all of
That'd be cool. Yeah, I bet they'd be into that. You can talk to that. You can talk to Allison and them.
I think just something.
Yeah.
Something fun, like
awesome.
So we're trying to like just come up with stuff that's like a little bit silly, but that nobody, and we're like, fuck it, like why not?
Allison's been doing her own stuff too. It's not just like the collective, so she's been producing a lot of stuff. I'm proud of her. I think she's killing it. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So we're gonna do that tomorrow, and then I have Thursday, I'm doing the documentary, and then Saturday is the big show.
Premiere, yeah, and you're going to be at that. Yeah.
I'm hosting that.
Yeah.
I know that you don't like to tell people.
Oh, yeah, I haven't told anybody.
And not a single soul. Not a person.
I don't want to be, I'll make a thing, I'll make a post tomorrow. Don't think for a second. I hope that didn't hurt your feelings, but it's not like, I'll make a big thing tomorrow and make sure that you're a part of it. No. I'm glad you said something.
I am a part of it, because
I'm glad you said
I am hosting the show.
Yeah, you are hosting the show. And the thing is that basically like what's been happening is that we had the Newsweek thing on. I wrote an article for Newsweek, which is wild. Yeah. And then KNKX did a wonderful story, and that came out yesterday. Today I talked about the special edition T-shirts that are going to be at the record signing. This is going to come out after that, so I don't have to worry about promoting it right now.
I clip it up and like.
You can if you want. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the work you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the fucking homie.
Oh my God.
Like I'm
going to flip this fucking table. I swear to God.
Shut the fuck up. Listen to me. Coming home, and seeing Brittany and the boys and my tiny dog, but also like podcasting with you is something that I love to do. And I was looking forward to this. And we're getting better at podcasting. We're getting better at comedy. And I'm getting better at not crying.
No, you're not.
Every
podcast.
You're
literally crying. Or right now. Right now, and I'm trying everything I can not to make fun of you. Don't be mean. Don't be mean.
I want you to let it out.
Don't be mean.
I want you to cry too.
I'm not gonna
have a cry with me, bro.
Oh my God, that would be the most uncomfortable. God,
Look at me.
I would have cried just thinking about it. No.
Look at me. Think about crying with me. Clip that.
It hurts. Stop looking at me with your watery eyes.
I'm like a dog.
You're done.
I'm like a dog.
Like a dog?
I'm like a famous comedian, but I'm also like a dog.
What do you mean?
I called you inverse wife to Brittany the other day. You want to know something messed up?
Dude,
Oh my
fucking
God.
hate
I got to
that.
show you this thing. It's so bad. Because if you Google, like, my profile is growing. So I'm like the number one. If you Google Sam Miller, my website is now the first thing that comes up, which is dope. Because there's this other guy who did some like Law and Order stuff or whatever.
Oh.
But if you Google, we'll do this right now, actually.
okay.
Wait, here, do it on my phone.
Okay. I'm like, I can't Google.
Okay,
You
here.
my computer.
For a live thing, Google Sam Miller's wife.
Oh no. Sam Miller wife. Okay. Hey.
You see the problem here? Yeah, if you Google Sam Miller wife, it is a picture that me and
That's
Jess
just-
took when we decided to start the
It's a
podcast.
couple, yeah.
Yeah.
Of us at the grocery store, like the happy married couple that we are.
Yeah. Also,
Dude.
there's some other weird shit that happens. So, like, somebody wrote this article about me in this weird, like, Bollywood. I think it might have been AI that wrote the article, but it's like about me and my family and stuff. Like, it seems like it skimmed my social media and like figured out a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And like, it's weird.
Where did they post it?
It's on their web. I'm not gonna repost it. I don't want people reading it. It's not like bad and like, yeah. It's weird and complicated. Me and Brittany had lunch yesterday, and we're like,
Brittany's not
talking
mad
about
at me
this
though.
stuff. No, she doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, she's not
Sorry,
worried about
Brittany.
you. Yeah. Like I love being around you, and I love hanging out with you. But like,
I also like not being around you.
yeah.
That's also I look forward to
That's
that.
why
as
I called
well.
you inverse wife.
Yeah. No, I know.
You're like work wife.
The amount of like non-wife. Yeah. I forget what else you've called me, but they've all been rude.
I've called you lots of stuff.
Yeah,
I said
it's never
you
once
look
been
like
nice.
one time I said you look like an arrow. Which still makes me laugh. Don't come for me.
What if I said you looked like a
The target.
like a
like a
barrel?
Yeah, it was all right.
Oh, Muffin Muffin. Hi, kitty.
Dude, beep, 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 beep. Cat content.
Muffin just wants to go outside.
You know what I want to do?
What?
I want to go.
Okay.
I'm ready
Cool.
to go.
Sweet.
I want to give you a high five and give you a big hug, and then I'm going to leave.
Okie
We're not going to
dokie.
hug on camera because that's weird.
Gross.
But
Gross. Yeah, this has been great. I'm proud of you. I'm excited to
proud of you too, dude.
I'm excited to be a part of the documentary just to see like the back end of things. This is like dreams coming true for me.
Yeah.
Like as a reality fan.
I think if it becomes so, another thing that's happening is it right now it's like a shorter thing, but he thinks that we can get the funding to make it into a longer thing.
Sweet. Yeah.
And that can be that would be interesting because maybe talking about doing a run, because if it becomes a longer thing, the budget gets bigger, and maybe
take it on the road.
Yeah. So I'm talking about doing a rundown 101, doing some of Ty Boyce's stuff, maybe winding up back at Savage Henry again.
Love that.
Maybe we could run it back. Maybe you'll probably do better this time.
You mean
waking up late and throwing
physically,
up.
not on stage.
Sleeping the
On
whole
stage, I
time.
was a goddamn star.
Yeah, she did do great on stage. Don't think for a second that Jess
She
didn't
was
do great
talking
on
about
stage.
off stage.
Off stage.
I was a mess.
Sleeping, vomiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not someone you want to take on the road.
We were doing the podcast when that shit happened. We talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
It was
because
wild.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
Oh.
yeah. Good
R.I.P.
times.
Trey. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, great. Do big. Have a good
I
day.
appreciate everybody for listening. By the way, this podcast, I'm gonna I try to promote it as best I can, but the best promotion is your promotion. And
Yes.
so reposting clips, anything like that. If you enjoy the podcast, tell other people you enjoy the podcast. Yeah, and that's it, and that's all.
Spread the word.
Bye.
Not your legs. Oh.